way! Hi guys, it's Pure Gamer. Today we are actually going to be doing a new series that involves test driving cars. And what I mean by that is we are going to, you've already seen the brand new car, the Rapid GT Classic. A brilliant, amazing car that's based off an Aston Martin. It looks a bit like a Mustang, so we're calling it a Mustang for now. For the purpose of this video, it's a Mustang. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually, at first I thought, well, we'll do this and we'll use stock and non-stock. So basically, when I mean stock, I mean like just normal, and then use a fully upgraded one. Unfortunately, I could only access the vehicles that were fully stocked, that are personally mine. So we're going to start off the race. Now, this is a homemade Nurburgring. Now I know a lot of people think, oh, you can't make a proper Nurburgring without an actual massive track. But I've tried my best to make a small Nurburgring, because obviously I don't want it going on for ages. And basically, in this series, they've got to beat a time lapse. Now, as you can see, we're straight off. We're speeding away. Got no problems whatsoever. And we are actually currently just going around the corners now. Oh, we've spun out a tiny bit. So this is going to be a bit like Top Gear, where we review the car and go around. And I talk over the footage that I've already pre-recorded. And it's not biased. And you can't say that I'm going to make one vehicle better than the other. I drive how I normally drive, and if a vehicle can turn a corner or skip a little bit of an edge of a corner, then I will do it. But if I feel like I can't do it, then I won't. Like here now, we're calling this problem corner, because it's the only place that I ever have problems around. Because this is a series that I have lots of recordings for, but deleted them because I didn't want to do the series then, because my channel wasn't at the right place. It was just more making money. But now we're at the right place, I feel like, for my channel to have a series like this where we test drive cars. Now this series though has two types of cars in each episode. So we have, this is the Sports Classic video, so this will have the Vapid, and then it'll have, I can never say the name, but we'll get to it when we get to it because I don't want to spoil it. In the moment we're just dealing with this Rapid. Right, so we are going around the corners now. Where we are is kind of hard because you've got to keep turning. You've got loads of big turns and corners. That's exactly what my Nurburgring is brilliant for. Loads of straights. Now, we are actually approaching a straight soon, but we've got to go a few more corners. Now, this is where you'll lose your speed, because before hitting the straight, you've got a load of long bends, and they're the bits that mess you up. The long bends before you hit the straight. Because you can't obviously hit the straight and make any progress if you've been messing up on all the corners. But so far we've been doing brilliant. We've had a few times where we've had to like slow down a bit more than usual, but that's just part of the car, because its speed is a massive acceleration and a massive amount of speed is coming from it. Right, we're now on to the straight. Now we are straight off accelerating again. You can just see the amazing acceleration coming from this car. And we are now going for our first little corner in the straight, and then we got our bridge. We go over the bridge, and it's got a little bit of a corner in it, or dip we could call it, kind of like a corner in it, but not a full-on corner. Then we are now going to go for our third little corner here on the straight. This one is the bit that can make the worst, because obviously that corner you can turn, and if you're going too fast you will just spin out. Now we're coming to the end of the straight here. Here we go, this is the most crucial point. If you go off the track flying and drifting at the same time, you're going to make a bad error and make a bad time. Right, so we're now off the straight. We're now going on to straight. It's a straight, but there's lots of bends now. You're approaching the big bends, heading back towards the Vinewood area. Right, so we're going through the corners. Each corner we're progressively trying to keep it tight as we can, not brake as much, but if we have to brake, then that's what we have to do. Now we're going for this corner that I always find is the hardest if you don't accelerate enough, because then you just go off. Corners again, we're heading closer to Vinewood. Oh, and we spun out. We have spun out, repeat. Oh, can we keep control of that a little bit? There we go, and we're back on the track. We're going to make much progress as we can now, because that little spin out there could have lost us a time that's worth being put onto the time lap. Right, we're going now. We are officially in Vinewood when we go past this a little bit. And we are now in Vinewood. Right, so we're going to be approaching some hard and narrow bends. When I mean hard, I mean they are really difficult. Because they're really small roads and you know the buildings are all tight together and you've got paths coming out left, right and centre. You don't know which way to go without the map. And obviously we've got the map on because obviously that's the right way to go. But we are literally going to be flooring it down these tight and narrow roads. And we have a corner coming up now. And another one will be coming up any minute now. Now this is the hardest one because you've got to keep control of it. And it's coming up any minute. And you'll realise it, how hard it is. This is the corner now. And you're going around it. You've got to keep control of it. You've also got to make sure that you don't completely mess it up. Because if you completely lose control on that, you're going to lose a lot of time. And we've already lost some time. Right, we're now getting nearer the end of the race. We're on our last bit. We've got to go around here, and then we're going to do another turn, and then we're going to go around thing. Now this bit, I know that we can skip it in certain cars, like bits like that, corners here, because the car is capable of cutting the corners at the speed that it's going. But some cars you can't brake quick enough, or you can't slow down, or you know, get that speed to do that sort of thing. Now we are going to cross the line at an amazing time. Are we ready for the amazing time? Here we go. 5 minutes and 16 seconds. This is the first car that is going on the track. Now, we need to get to the important information. This car is very, very, very cheap. Now, I mean cheap as very cheap. Because that's 5 minutes that it's just done that in. I don't think any car really is going to beat that in the Sports Classic, but I guess we're going to have to find out obviously on our next car, and obviously we're going to choose that now. It is the Vapid. It's the Vapid Renetti. Now I can never say this name, so I know I've got it wrong. Renetti, Renaitu, however I'm calling it. Let's see how good this is. Now it's fully customized again. All the same upgrades, you know, engine, turbo, transmission, suspension, everything's done. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Straight on the line with that boost, like every car will always have that boost. Gives it a little bit more acceleration and just helps it go on the track a little bit easier. Now we're going through the corners. So we're going for our first big corner that can always make things go wrong. Alright, first, that's perfect. That corner's gone absolutely perfect. Right. Now we're going for our second corner. Can we keep control of it? Yes, we kept control of it perfectly. Right, now we've got a bit of a straight and a couple of tight corners, but you can keep control of them as much as you can until we get to our problem corner that we're calling it now. Right, well now you can just see problem corner approaching. Can we keep control of it? Perfectly. We went perfectly through that. We are actually making some serious progress. We are actually not lost any control and not had to brake as much as we did with the Rapid. Right, okay, so we're now approaching Madrazo's house. Not Madrazo's, can't remember his name, so we'll forget about that for now. We are now going to be heading into the more windy roads now. You know, as we head down the mountains. Oh, and we've fully spun out there. We've lost some speed there, so now we've lost speed and lost time. It's the worst thing about this track. You lose speed, you're going to lose as much time as possible. Lots of big corners, lots of small corners. Some of the smaller corners are harder to keep control of. We're going to find out whether this car now can bring it back and try and get, you know, better than the last car, 5 minutes. So we're going through the corners. Each corner we've got to progressively thought. And as we go through, we've got to think of how we're going to go through it. We can't just drive at it and then progressively just turn left or right. You've got to think about it as you're approaching. Now we're heading to the straight, but we're not at it yet. We've got a couple more corners here. Here we go, and this is all about the approach. Oh, and we've hit the side. It's lost us a bit of speed too. That's losing us time again. Now we're on our approach to the straight, but the only thing is, if we approach the straight wrong, we're going to lose a lot of time again. Right, okay, it's a slow start at the straight, but can we bring it back now with the speed? Can this car bring all its power and horsepower and speed and put it onto the straight? Right, we're going for our first corner. We're now crossing the bridge on the straight. We've got a little bit of a bend in the road. Right, we're now progressively slow. Oh, we slowed down a bit there. By the way, guys, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I record this and basically I don't think biased of how the car is. I just zone out and drive because I don't have the budget of Top Gear. Like, God knows how many millions they have a year. Right, we're now coming straight off the straight and going, oh, did we lose speed? No, I think that was perfect coming off the straight. This might have just redeemed us from all our issues and little like turnouts we've had. Right, we're going for our first little corner here now. There we go, bending the road. Oh, we had a bit of a slide out there. The back slided out a bit. Right, we're now approaching the hard corner again. Can we keep control of it? Yes, we can. Perfect. Right, we've got another really tight corners these now. These are the tighter corners. This one you need to keep full speed down and turn at the same time. Otherwise the back end will come and spin out. You've got to keep flooring it here. As you can see, we had a little bit of breakage there. Right, we're getting a bit of air. That's perfect. Nice bit of air. Oh, can we keep control of it here? Oh, we've had to completely slow down there, guys. Was not capable of turning quick enough and keeping control of the car. Right, we're now going into Vinewood now. We're going to start hitting the narrow roads again. And it's going to get a bit hard now because obviously we've got to find the hard and narrow roads and make sure that we have the right speed but also have the right amount of handling and control of the car while we're going around these corners and bends. Right, so we're going on the straight and now we're hitting a corner. Oh, we lost a bit of control there, but we kept control of it perfectly. Right, we've got a bit more of a bend. We've got a bit of a tiny bit of a straight where we can catch up with some speed now. Alright, and now you've got to bend. Oh, we've had to completely slow down there. Massively slow down. Oh, again, we did a drift there into the corner that we didn't lose control of perfectly. Oh, two wheels. Now we're back on all four. We're going around the corner. We're now on a little bit of a straight. Oh, we've gone off the track. Oh, we're back on the track. We're perfectly. Can we do this? Can this car beat this last time? It's going around slowly. It's on its last little bit now. Come on, can you do it? Can we do it? It's got his last corner and he approached the corner slowly but a nice quick acceleration brings us to the end of the track that now gives us the final time of 5 minutes 17. There we go, guys. It didn't beat our rapid, but it is now the second car on the track, and I know we've only got 2 cars on our track so far, but there's a lot more to come. As you will see over the next few days, there's going to be a massive amount of cars coming out and throughout this week, because these videos are fun for me to make and it's a progress and it's a new series that you guys will like. So thank you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, press the notification button down below, and I'll see you guys next time.